Hello, learners. Today we are going to discuss the first chapter of English NCERT of Class 8, the first chapter, Wit and Wisdom. This is a very interesting story and a very humorous story. So, first of all, let me tell you that if you are not a subscriber of this channel, so please subscribe it because I will post many videos in the next time so that you can learn better and you can understand better. And another thing, the chapter that we are going to discuss, there are many question answers here, right? The questions are there, but where will you get the answers? So in the description box, I'll give the link from where you can get the answers. And that channel, the blog channel, is also sponsored by Smart Class. So, without taking much time, so let us start the first chapter of Unit 1, Wit and Wisdom. Now, the first chapter is titled The Wit That Own Hearts. The wit that own hearts. So, what is the meaning of wit here? Let us understand. So, the meaning of wit is intelligence. The meaning of wit is intelligence, buddhi, right? Now, what is the story? So, first of all, I'll tell a very simple summary of the story, right? So the story is of Vijayanagara Empire. What happened there? In the Vijayanagara Empire, there was a very famous king, you can say, a famous ruler. And what was the name of the ruler? Krishnadeva Raya. He was a very famous ruler and he was a very powerful ruler also, very powerful monarch as you can say. Now his court included Ashtodiggaj. Ashtodiggaj means 8 famous persons. And among them, there was one poet whose name was Tenali Rama or Tenali Rama Krishna. Now, he was a poet and he was a famous poet for his intelligence and wit as well. Understand? Now, one day, the king had a misunderstanding with his queen. What was the name of the queen? The name of the queen was Tirumalammal. And what was the matter of this conflict, the misunderstanding? The conflict was that the king Krishnadeva Raya, he was a poet as I already told you. That means he used to write poetry, he used to recite poetry. Now one day he wrote a poem. And while reciting his poem to her, to his wife actually, she yawned. Wow, karti. Because he was very tired. The king took it as a sign of disrespect. King ko bura lag gaya hoga. The king took it as a sign of disrespect and became very angry. He stopped talking to her, which created a tense and unhappy atmosphere in the place. Or you can say in the palace also. So actually the thing is that there was a misunderstanding, and because of the misunderstanding, the king became very angry. Now, as I already told you the name of Tenali Rama, he was a very famous and witty poet. Now the queen came to Tenali Rama asking for help. The queen was feeling very helpless and she approached Tenali Rama for help. Tenali Rama listened very carefully and planned a very clever way to solve the problem. So what he did? In the royal court, he introduced the idea of special paddy seeds and said that they should be sown only by someone who never yawns. What is the meaning? What is the meaning or what is the spelling of yawn? Y-A-W-N. Yawning. When someone becomes tired, then initially the reaction is that you feel very sleepy. The same kind of thing actually happened with the queen. So Tenali Rama said everyone that or he gave the idea of sowing paddy seeds without yawning, but that was not possible. So this made everyone realize that yawning is a very natural human action. Then the king understood his mistake. The king understood that Tenali Rama was indirectly saying about him. So the king understood his mistake and realized that he had wrongly judged the queen. He apologized to her and she forgave him. So their relationship of husband and wife, the relationship was restored again, and all the credit goes to one person, that was Tenali Rama. So what does the story teach us? The story teaches us that misunderstanding can be resolved. How? Misunderstanding can be resolved through wisdom. Understand? So this is the summary. Now we will see the text. So let us start the text. The Vijayanagar Empire was renowned for its glory, wealth and cultural achievements. Among its many illustrations, rulers King Krishnadeva Raya stood out as a wise and powerful monarch. So this is one quality that we find here. And his reign is also referred to as the golden era. तो उनका जो रेन है, उनका जो राज्य है, that was called the golden era. उनका जो रहने का जो टाइम है, that was called the golden era, right? And he was a great patron. Patron means what? A supporter who used to support learning. And Krishnadeva Raya was not only an eminent warrior, but he was also a poet. His works such as the epic, we find here some of the epics like Amukto Mallada and Sanskrit drama Jambhavati Parinayam. Now these are very basic information that you find here. Now after this, Krishnadeva Raya's court was home to 8 celebrated poets and they were called as Ashtadiggas, right? And as I told you, that Tenali Rama was one famous poet and he was known for his quick wit and humor. So this can be asked in the exam, that mention some qualities of Tenali Rama. So he was witty, he was humorous. Understand? Then this is the main important part of this paragraph. Next we come to the next one. So even the wisest rulers face moments of disharmony, and at one such time the king had a quarrel. This is the main matter of the story. The king had a quarrel. Tirumalambal. Oh, what a very trivial matter. What is the meaning of trivial? Trivial means very unimportant matter. Very unimportant matter. तो झगड़ा हो गया दोनों के बीच में, हस्बैंड वाइफ के बीच में झगड़ा हो गया, बिकॉज क्वीन ने तो सुनी नहीं ये बात को. When the king was reciting the poem, then the queen actually felt very tired. So Tirumalambal, distraught and upset, tried her best to resolve the issue but failed. So only one help was there of Tenali Rama. So she could only get the help from Tenali Rama, and the queen went to Tenali Rama for asking for help. Then now she is telling everything, that the king wrote a poem. Her voice is trembling. It was filled with vague expressions: sun, moon, stars, beautiful sky. So these were all the matter of the poem. Understand? Next we come to the next part. That was, he began reciting it to me, but I was so exhausted. So the queen was telling it now, that he began reciting it to me, to the queen. But the queen was very exhausted. Exhausted means very tired. The queen actually got tired. So she yawned. Understand? Not once but several times. बहुत बार ये yawn कर दी. King को बुरा लग गया होगा. The king thought that the queen was disrespecting his poem and stormed off. He became very angry. And now Rama could only help her. Understand? Then what was Rama's plan? So from here we find the plan of Rama. The next morning, the royal court was bustling with activity. What is the meaning of bustling? Bustling means that it was full of, or you can say that it was very busy with activities, right? Ministers, scholars, courtiers filled the courtroom. Understand? Then the king sat on the throne, and we come to the next one, the court discussion. One by one the ministers rose to present their ideas. Understand? Then finally the king called upon Rama. So this is the main part. Another main part, as you can say. The chatter in the court died down as all eyes turned to him. Rama approached the throne, carrying a plate full of paddy seeds. तो paddy seeds लाके वो king के सामने रख दिया. Bowing low, he began, "Your Majesty, I bring you a revolutionary type of paddy seeds." और ये revolutionary type of paddy seeds क्या करेगा इसके साथ क्या होगा? If these are sown, the yield will be 3 times greater than the current result. तो अगर इसको लगाया जाएगा तो इसका जो फसल होगा वो ज्यादा होगा, मतलब 3 गुना ज्यादा होगा नॉर्मल टाइम से, नॉर्मल रिजल्ट से वो 3 गुना ज्यादा रिजल्ट देगा. अंडरस्टैंड? तो सब चुप हो गया. एवरीवन बिकेम साइलेंट. वन ऑफ द कोर्टियर्स बोलने लगा, "I wonder if these are magic seeds." दूसरा बोलने लगा, he claimed that they would grow without water. और एक बोलने लगा कि perhaps he found them on the moon. So they were basically doing some sarcasm, मजाक कर रहा था वो लोग. Then king को भी लगा that it was very absurd. So he muttered that for this some cultivation, for such cultivation would need special soil. तो special soil चाहिए होगा ना, जो 3 गुना ज्यादा फसल देगा. उसके लिए तो special soil, manure, paste, insect repellents ये सब चाहिए होगा. Then Rama smiled and said that may be true, Your Majesty, but the real issue lies not with the seeds, but with the person. How? Now Rama was telling that that if one were to sow seeds without proper care, no one would reap a good harvest. Of course, very true कि अगर कोई सोइंग करने के टाइम अगर कोई ठीक ठाक से ध्यान नहीं देगा तो वो ठीक से फसल नहीं होगा ना. वेरी गुड रिप्लाई. देन और मेन इंपॉर्टेंट जो बात है रामा ने यहाँ पर रख दी, देखो. एंड व्हाट इफ द पर्सन हैड अ हैबिट ऑफ यॉर्निंग व्हाइल सोइंग, वुड नॉट द सीड स्कैटर अनइवनली. सही बात है कि अगर जो पर्सन वो सीड को लगाएगा ना, तो अगर वो यॉन कर देता है तो सीड्स तो इधर उधर फैल जाएगा, फसल नहीं होगा फिर. The court erupted into laughter. The king was a witty one also. King को समझ में आ गया कि रामा एक्चुअली बात कर रहा है उस मैटर के बारे में, that he came into a quarrel with his queen. So your majesty, is there anyone in this world who does not yawn? तो रामा ने क्या किया, ये जो क्वेश्चन है, ये जो सवाल है, ये रख दिया राजा के सामने, किंग के सामने, मेजेस्टी के सामने. इट इज एज नेचुरल एज ब्रीथिंग. ये तो नेचुरल एक्ट है, किसी के साथ भी हो सकता है. नाउ द किंग्स एक्सप्रेशन शिफ्टेड, और किंग को ये रियलाइजेशन हो गया दैट यस व्हाट रामा इज टेलिंग इट इज वेरी ट्रू. देन he understood his fault, he understood his mistake, और क्वीन के सामने जाके ये फिर माफी मांग लेगा and he would say sorry. Understand? So this is the last part of the story where you find that the king approached the queen with a softened expression. Thirumalambal, he began, I have been foolish. I see now that I overreacted. Yes. So king देखो एक majesty है, मतलब he is the supreme one. But king के अंदर भी क्या है, रियलाइजेशन है. एंड आफ्टर रियलाइजेशन ही इज ऑल्सो बेंडिंग डाउन. तो ये इंसान के अंदर ये एक ह्यूमन क्वालिटी होता है, राइट. ह्यूमन क्वालिटी जो होती है दैट इज कॉल्ड व्हाट, दैट इज कॉल्ड पोलाइटनेस. ओके, रियलाइजेशन ऑफ योर मिस्टेक्स. कोई रियलाइजेशन हो जाता है तो उसको बाद में मान लेना चाहिए, यस आई हैव डन दिस मिस्टेक. तो राजा भी, और तो क्वेश्चन ऐसा बनेगा तो कि राजा जो है वो तो राजा है, द किंग, द मैजेस्टी, पर उनके अंदर एक क्वालिटी दिखाओ जिससे हमें सीख मिलेगा. व्हाट इज दैट? रियलाइजेशन, ह्यूमन क्वालिटी, एंड दैट इज पोलाइटनेस. अंडरस्टैंड? तो इनके अंदर एरोगेंस नहीं था. Of course he became angry. Becoming angry is also a very natural act. तो queen का रिएक्शन इसके बाद क्या है? The queen who had longed for this moment smiled and replied, if you like we can leave this quarrel behind us. I would very much like to listen to your poem. तो ऐसे बात खत्म हो गया. Understand? So this is a very humorous story also and a very witty story because we learn something that how to manage situation. Right? Now here are many questions you can see. Let us think and reflect. These are many questions here. So इस question का आंसर कहाँ मिलेगा फिर? Let me show you. So here is the page. And the link is given in the description box. From there you can click on the link and get the question answers of this chapter. Understand? So I hope there is no any doubt. If there is any doubt, you can write clearly on the comment box. And if you have not subscribed, so please subscribe for more updates. Thank you.